Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Animation Pilgrimage. I'm Sean,
I'm Tennille.
and this is the show where we watch every single theatrically released animated film in chronological order. Today, we are in 1968, and we are looking at Adam 2. It's an art house film.
Yes, I hate these so much.
Plot synopsis. This is me taking a shot in the dark. A dude goes throughout his daily life. There's a lot of vignettes. He remembers his childhood, I think. And then he goes to a party that he hates. And then he's on a bus and he's creeping on a lady. And then he decides that he doesn't like this world, so he creates a time machine and goes back in time and finds
Square people?
Oh, I don't even know where that was. If that wasn't time travel. That was just like after the train crashed or something.
Uh-huh.
Or no, that was the boat. He was on a boat briefly, and then he met square people. But then he eventually goes back in time to like pre-human times, and he's like, yes, this is the best because there aren't other people. And also I found this box labeled 44, which might be the meaning of life or the forbidden fruit in the Garden of Eden. Who knows? He walks inside and it's just door after door after door after door after door, and the movie ends.
I hate it.
Yes, good, yes, yes, good.
I hate this pretentious BS. Oh, God, I can't stand it. So, okay.
You could say it was a chore to get through or something like that.
These movies are always a chore to get through.
Mm-hmm.
I just... they're not interesting. They have the most boring, mundane plots, and they think they're so deep and they're so smart and that they can just move slowly. And it's like, oh, well, I don't have to baby your whims and entertain you. You should be able to look at art and just, watch it for what it is. I'm like, oh my God, please just shut up.
Oh, I love it.
No, you don't.
I love it. I love you getting angry about this.
I hate these movies. I hate them. Like, I try to be nice when it comes to a lot of other things we see on Animation Pilgrimage, but, like, I just cannot stand this stuff. And that is where I draw the line. So, I think because we don't have a whole lot to say about the animation and stuff, it's the exact... Okay, that's another thing about these things. They're like, ooh, wow, I'm making something new and different, and ooh. But all these art house films are the exact same thing. It's like watching the same movie over and over again. They're all black and white, cutout animation, made on a shoestring budget that took them like 10 years to make because they're the only ones making it, and they're all like high off of drugs while they're making it, so they move at a snail's pace, and they don't hire any editors because they don't believe in editing.
Oh my God.
I hate it! Anyway, about the movie. Thank you, Redway 2, for finding this for us and giving me some information about it. So, according to Redway 2, this guy was also partnered with the same guy who made Mr. and Mrs. Cabal's Theater.
Who could have seen that coming?
Yeah. The director is John Lenka. And him and the guy who made Cabal's Theater worked in communist Poland in the 50s and 60s, but they had a hard time getting anything done because,
Uh-huh.
Also because they're government,
Yeah.
But, like, also because they make art house films, so, The director for Cabal's Theater stops making animation after Cabal's Theater and starts doing other stuff. And Lenka stays in animation. He manages to get some cartoons done, but for some reason, he decides to make Adam 2 into a feature film, which Redway 2 tells me is bizarre because they've seen his other work, and his other work has you were spot on with the plot synopsis, by the way.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. I mean, it wasn't actually that hard to read into it.
No, like, it's not terribly difficult to follow, especially if you've seen these kinds of movies before where they all kind of have, like,
the same ideas of how they're going to show this stuff.
Yeah. But apparently, all of his other cartoons that he's ever done have this exact same plot in a shorter time span.
Really?
Yeah.
He just does the same thing over and over again?
Yeah, he just does this exact same story beats in every single one of his shorts.
Is this his life?
Yeah.
Presumably?
Like, okay, Redway 2 has a thing here where she's like, yeah, I have no idea why Lenka decided to make this into a feature film. Because, well, it's kind of the same plot as all of his other short films. Like, there's this average-looking 20s type guy. There's some boring office with stupid people in charge. Suddenly, some evil-looking gizmo appears.
Right, that happened too.
Mm-hmm. Or a giant letter A.
Yeah.
Or everybody turns into a rhino. So our main character gets brainwashed by the society and loses all of his individuality and becomes a square. Or maybe he thinks he won't, but there's a bigger evil.
Maybe he thinks he won, but there's a bigger evil.
Oh, but yeah, maybe thinks he won, but there's a bigger evil. And then, yeah, it's all supposed to be kind of about, like, censorship in communist Poland, which, you know, like, okay, I get that, but, like,
we've seen
like,
so many films about that.
Uh-huh. And you can only show it in this way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, by doing the exact same thing over and over and over again. I don't like it. It's but I hate it.
Yeah, it's not very good.
that's it.
Yeah, I think that's good.
That's all.
Also, fun fact, all the video footage you've been seeing in the background, we've sped up double time. That's how slow this movie still moves.
We watched it at double speed.
Yeah, there was no way we were going to watch this at full speed, or regular speed. Are you kidding?
I could barely handle it at double speed.
Anyways, that's going to be it. Join us back here next time as we actually jump into current movies, aka 1972.
73.
1973, with Charlotte's Web.
Thank you.